Welcome all you dazzlers, how are you doing? It's another Thursday random chat. This week it's going to be ghosts and things that go bump in the night. It's generally a chat about my views on paranormal ghosts and Ouija boards and stuff like that. There'll be a time skip in chapters below. You can check the play bar or description box to skip past parts you might find boring. Hopefully you won't, but you never know. Got to leave an option to everyone. Yeah. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Darren Keenan, and Thursdays is random, Sundays are vlogs a week, what I can record, and Tuesdays are my reaction to ghost videos, top 5 this, top 10 this, you know, blah blah blah. It's still new, still learning, so there you go. Well, still new to doing that kind of thing. I've been around for like 4 or 5 years. I know. It's aged me well. Okay, so okay, let's get started, shall we? Let's get the intro done and then into the video.
Press the drum key.
The first to talk about is my views on the paranormal. So, what do I find fascinating about the paranormal? I think it's the mystery, the not knowing and wanting to believe, and just it's one of the big mysteries of life, isn't it? You know, people either love it or hate it, like Marmite. You know, you love paranormal, you hate paranormal. You know, do I believe? I would love to believe. I guess I'm more, if it was 1 out of 10, 5 being, you know, middle, I would say about 7 or 8 out of 10 that I believe it. What would I like to see to convince me? There are a few things I've witnessed, a few things that have happened which you'll find out in this video, or if you've watched me for years you would know a bit more about what things and what bits and bobs that have happened. But I'll get into the little bits during this video. But the one thing that would convince me is if I could have a full conversation with something that's paranormal, educate myself, learn from it, kind of thing, you know. Don't know. There's a lot of things. Paranormal can be evil, it can be good. I think it's the most dangerous thing about hauntings and stuff, the paranormal, because anything can happen paranormal, anything. Yeah, that's my views on paranormal. I'll get more into this conversation as we go on. Now to my views on ghosts. So this is where it might go a bit too much in depth. I've done a video before in the past. If I find it, I'll put the link at the top so you can watch it. But my ghost experience, I'll cut to the chase. Many years ago, many years ago, I stayed at my dad's. We lived in Standon. I lived in Stafford at the time, in Standon. Stayed there. I'd sleep on the sofa downstairs in the spare room, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3ish, 2:30, 3ish, 3ish, yeah. My brain is gone. I woke to find this figure of a young lady walk past and smile at me and just vanish. I literally wasn't scared. Was not scared 1 second. I was more curious, wanted to chat. I wasn't scared because she didn't look threatening. She looked cute. I know. Yes, I know. Don't say it, please. No, don't comment it. No comments like that. So yeah, she was very attractive in 1920s kind of clothing. I moved a little table that was by the bed into the middle of the room before I went back to sleep, thinking if I wake up and it's been moved, it might not have been a dream. If I woke up and it was in the same place, it was a dream. So I woke up, and the table where I put it at that time on it in the middle of the room. So I'm thinking, okay, was it real or did I just move it in my sleep? I don't know. Did I really see a ghost? I do not know. 100% do not know. There's a lot more to it, but if you want to watch the video, it's up to you. But yeah, it's one of the things I again, I want to believe. There's been a few things here in Dover that I've seen. 2ish in the morning, waking up, and I've heard this story after I encountered it, not before. But story of these like tall figures walking past, but they're not in physical form. It was like sand that was in the form of a figure walking past. Walked straight past the bed, straight through the door, out the room. Didn't look, it was quite biggish tall, but it looked like a bunch of sand that was all put together and little bits of floating off kind of thing. It's really hard to explain. But since then I've read about it and people have read those kind of dreams, but I don't know, it's weird. There's a lot of programs out there, Ghost Adventures, which I love. I know 99% of it isn't real, but it's entertainment value, which I love about it. You got a lot of YouTubers who go hunting for that kind of stuff. You know, Dark Ops TV. You've got Oh My Gosh TV, CJ Fasion. Yeah, a lot of people who are doing this kind of stuff. The equipment they use is fantastic. Looks all top of the range, but you've got to rely on them, their stories, what they're saying. A lot of must be going to be true, because I was always told that if you're doing a ghost adventure, ghost hunting, 9 out of 10 times nothing happens. It's just that one occasion where something's going to happen. Here's an example. Right? I've mentioned this before, many moons ago. Well, this happened many moons ago. many moons ago. Halloween. Me and my sister met up, and we decided to go to a graveyard at 1 o'clock in the morning. You think, okay, yeah, no worries, graveyard, as you do, you know. And walking through the graveyard, and literally, I got myself so scared that I saw this figure go over the gravestone, but it was my reflection, because the moon was, I think it was full moon or something, but not my shadow had gone over and I was so scared. It's unbelievable. It just shows how your mind can do these kind of things. I I wish I had a YouTube channel. I wish my sister could have videoed it just to see my face. It was must have been the most comical thing you could think of. It's madness. So yeah, ghosts. I'll get into more to ghosts, my views in a bit. But that's my encounters and what I think of some of the ghost hunters. You see. Now this is where I get a bit serious. This is a bit that scares me, because I've done this myself. The Ouija boards. I know in the younger days, I know that a couple of people who've actually committed suicide from doing Ouija boards. Don't know why, I don't know. There's a lot of danger with Ouija boards. People use it, don't give a damn. People who use it and don't want to use it, and people who are, it's like the forbiddenness of paranormal ghost hunting. My experiences was when I was working at this Apollo Cinema in Stafford. It was a few of us, and we knew that 2 people had died in the cinema. One who fell off a balcony and one who just died in the chair. Didn't know the names, didn't know this kind of stuff, you know. Well, I didn't. I don't know if anyone else knew it. But we caught a couple of spirits, and a couple of spirits give us the names, and we checked the names, and the names are the right names. So I don't know. But it was just the experience of it. The days afterwards, the weeks afterwards, it was quite eerie and creepy. It was, I don't know. we started to end it like we should do. We didn't miss anything out, but it was a case of, it's hard to explain unless you've done it yourself, been there yourself. It's really hard. I mean, you see them on these videos doing Ouija boards, and you're thinking, oh, it's just a little game in it, a little board game. Yeah, it's sold as a board game, but I don't know. There's just something about it that's just taboo. Something that's, you don't want to muck about again with it. You know what I mean? I don't intend to muck about with it again. Watching people use Ouija boards on videos, YouTube, that freaks me out. Done it myself, it just freaks me out. It's just the weirdest thing. Should be massive and unexplained in Ouija boards. Some people use it as a profession, don't they? Some use it as to help people. If you're safe and cautious and know what you're bloody doing and know how to stop bad things happening, and yeah, I got no problem with it. But it's just people mucking about it willy-nilly, pretending and joking about, and bad things happen, then it shouldn't be messed with. I don't think it should be sold as a board game, as a kid's game, but I don't know. Would I ever do it again? No, unless I was paid, unless I was a full-time YouTuber and I was doing ghost hunting, then I suppose I would, but I'll be very cautious and make sure I know all the rules and all the precautions before I even stepped foot in it, doing it again. So yeah, it's yeah. Have you done Ouija boards? Do you think it's just a load of bollocks, or do you think it's true, or you just don't want to mess with it because you don't know what to believe? I don't know. Before I'd use a Ouija board, it was I knew the bad, good and the bad, and I knew because I said to my people I knew passed away, committed suicide when I was younger. So I don't know. It's a tricky one, that one. You see these like CJ Fasion and Dark Ops TV uses spirit boxes and apps and stuff. You watch it and it's like, okay, this looks interesting, very interesting. There's one app, I've only tried one app, and that's the Necrophonic App, which you can get it on Google Play or whatever, but it's, I think in England it's £10 and you get it, pay one off. That's what you pay. My experience with the app is quite, I don't know, it's creepy because I used it, I did a couple of videos. If I remember, I'll put the links in the description. But it's a scary bit of equipment. Scary because there's one thing I learned: never use it at your own property, never use it where you live. But I did. First of all, I tried it in this room here. I know. Don't judge me. And I got one spirit here. It's a nice spirit, kind spirit, who apparently looks after me. And okay, fine. I get the nights where I think someone's in the room, but I just say go away, and the feeling just vanishes straight away. So I don't know if that's just one of the things. A few weeks after I used it, I did feel uneasy in the room, I did feel a bit creeped out by things, but then it eased down. Might have been just my brain, I don't know. But I did use it on the grounds, the first one, I should have known if you've seen. And it mentioned my name 6 times, and there was 3 or 4 different voices, and it was like Darren, and it was like, and do you know my name? Darren, and I goes, what are your names? And they tell me the names, and it was like having a conversation with people around me, and it was like, this just totally freaked me out, and I deleted the app. I can still get it back though, but don't know, should we muck about that kind of stuff? I don't think it's as dangerous as a Ouija board. I don't think it's as dangerous. It's an app, but a lot of people say, how can an app do that? But your phone is built to pick up radio waves, pick up that kind of stuff, because you can get the radio on your phone, pick up different waves, and all it is just picking up that kind of stuff. There are other apps you can use as well. It's not just Necrophonic. It's I've never used the other ones, but there's quite a few. And there's more for the iPhone than there is for an Android. So I need to look at the camera more. Whatever is it, would I ever do it again? Yes, I would. I would with the app, yeah, definitely. But not where I live. I would, I would definitely use it again, definitely. Yeah. Have you used the app? I mean, it is £10. It's a bit expensive, but if you're gonna use it a lot, you definitely get your money's worth out of it. Definitely, I think. Yeah. If you use it professionally and use it properly, then you definitely get the money's worth. You could do a couple of videos and get the ad revenue to make up the money for it. Because yeah, if you're a YouTuber, that is. So I've used the app. Comment, let me know. Now this chapter, where ghosts come from. Now this is my true thoughts. I did mention this I mentioned a bit of this in my Tuesday vlog, or not video, the reaction video. Where do I start? I am drawn to believe, from my own experience, that first of all, I don't believe the Earth's flat. Second of all, I don't believe we're in a simulator. We're on a planet that's going round, it's spherical, you name it, that's us. We're just on a board that's going round and blah 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 blah. But I do believe in dimensions and multi-dimensions. I believe that kind of stuff, and I'm drawn to believe, until I'm proven wrong, that ghosts are from an alternative dimension. We could be ghosts to another dimension. Someone could be living in another dimension than this, and we're not here, all things are here, but we're on the same longitude and latitude as them, but different. So at times you're going to pick up what they do or pick up what we do, as in, someone else could be sitting here but a bit further down, and they might feel a bit uncomfortable with someone in the room, but it's me, or I could feel there's someone in the room, it could be them. I'm more drawn to believe that. I have no evidence, of course I haven't, not one bit of evidence, but that's the only way my brain can physically think about ghosts. When it comes to talking to people who are dead, I believe that it's them in the alternative part. I don't know, it's hard to understand. It's hard to explain, really. That's sort of more belief, I don't know. When you see the modern technology used by ghost hunters and stuff, which has increased the sightings and the views quite phenomenally, because you can see now technology is getting better, more high definition, the picture's getting clearer, but I think it's still the old equipment that picks up the ghosts, not the new equipment. When you see these videos of the shadowy people in the corners and stuff, it's not like HD 4K video, it's grainy. I don't know, it's the equipment they use, like that Necrophonic App and the SLS, and the SLS is that the one where it puts the faces up, or there's one where it puts faces up when it detects there could be a face. There's one where it produces a stickman where it can pick up things. Those things are interesting. I would love to use a couple of them just to see what they do, what they're like, because I don't know. I mean, we're bound to be able to invent something one day that will pick up this kind of stuff, and we could have already done it. I mean, 20 years ago there was no Necrophonic App, there was no, half technology would not have done all this. Like the radio thing, you pick it up, going through all of their waves in one go and digging words out and stuff. that wasn't around, was it 20 years ago? You know, things like that. So the more technology can use the older style kind of thing, I think will benefit more. The Darren rods, now that's impressive. You know, those sticks that use dowel for water. Now that's quite interesting. There's a few YouTubers who do that, and that's interesting. It's not technology; it's just Darwin rods, just moving and sensing and picking up copper rods. You know. So I don't know. I think we're getting closer to finding the truth than we were years ago. But when you find the truth, if we do find the truth, it would ruin everything. It's like if we suddenly found the Loch Ness monster at the bottom. It's like, oh, we found it now. There's no mystery now. I think the mystery part of it is a thing that keeps it keeps people gripped. You know. I think that's it. If there was a true answer, maybe someone out there knows the truth. Maybe someone out there has got the evidence, but they can't put it out there because if they do, then it will just ruin everything. Everything was going, okay, fine. There's ghosts now. What do we look for now? So I don't know. It's kind of thing I want to believe, and I'm more drawn to believe that. Okay, my closing thoughts. Why I love being scared at night. As I said, it's just the thrill of the not knowing, thrill of the mystery. As I've said before, that's just what keeps gripped. If you ask anyone and there's a lot of people who like the paranormal, who like to follow these kind of things, the answer will be, it's just the mystery of not knowing. You know, I would love to do more of this. I'd love to do more of this kind of stuff. I would love to go out there, go to a haunted place, spend the night in an asylum, spend the night doing this, and that. I would love to experience it once, just to see what it's all about and how scared I could get. You know. So the final thing to talk about really is, what question would you ask a ghost if you could talk to one? You know, mine would be, what happened? Why are you where you are? Kind of thing. That's the kind of question I would like to find out, what happened when they died and how they are trapped where they are. Just to find a bit more about that, that's all really. What would you ask if you could ask a ghost a question right now? What would you ask? I don't know. Well, it's been interesting. It's been different. And yeah, until the next one, that's it. Be safe.